We need more wives. We need more fathers. We need more husbands. We need more families that are intact and together with people who love each other. And if it doesn't work out, at least they have a positive relationship where nobody's angry and bitter, nobody's abusing the child is sane and happy. You know what I mean? You have a good situation. And at the best, you have an intact household, which is the best situation for a child. A relationship, a father, a husband, those are some of the hardest jobs you ever have to embark on. Trying to just have sex with a woman is the cheapest way out of avoiding your responsibility to taking care of that woman. At minimum, as a man, if you want to attain a woman, you should first try to provide for a household. And the whole concept of let's struggle together, it's not good. You're playing Russian roulette with a damn near fully loaded gun. Life is expensive. Society is hard. It's not that it's not likely for y'all to succeed, because it really isn't. That isn't the point. But if you're struggling, why would you want to share that with a woman? Pull yourself out of struggle. Better yourself. Create substance. And trust me, you'll attract your equal, whether or not you're fully developed or not. And she's going to help you attain your purpose. But when you're blinded by lust and all you want to do is have sex with a woman, then shoot, you're going to attain your equal. You're going to get a woman who's just good for sex, who wants to use you, who doesn't care about you, who's going to make sure she slows you down. Because just like you have nothing to offer, she has nothing to offer. Just like you're not in your purpose, she's not in your purpose. Just like you're wasting her time, she's going to waste your time. So a lot of the issues with the red pill and attacking women and banging on them, dude, a lot of you guys have those same traits. A lot of y'all are not accountable. A lot of you have nothing to offer besides sex. A lot of y'all are insecure. Yo, the things you hate about women is the very traits that you have that you need to work on. Because if you become a man of value, you're not going to settle for that kind of woman. And just you being a man of value is going to inspire her to better herself. Because a woman can only offer you what you're willing to accept. If you rose the bar, she would have to improve herself. And you can't complain and say, it isn't up to the man to improve, because I'm the leader of my household. I'm the leader of my life. And if I'm a leader to a woman, then I first have to initiate the behavior in myself that I want to see in that woman. So if I'm going to lead her, I got to embody the very traits that I want to see in her. And a woman is water. If you're clean, that water is going to be clean and it's going to reflect back your beautiful reflection. But if you're dirty, that water is going to be dirty. If you're angry, that water is going to be angry. If you're tainted or blinded by lust, then that water is going to be tainted and blinded by lust as well. Just to go back on it, the 4 reasons. I know I rambled a little bit, and I probably came down and said some things that are really hard, but it's a harsh reality we live in. And the only way for us to make our reality better is for us to accept reality as it is. Because now that you know what the problem is, you know where to improve it. And you know how to improve it. So number 1, you have to practice semen retention, because it's the beginning of sexual discipline. And from sexual discipline, you could build a beautiful life with a woman. You can give her love and marriage and children and a stable household that you're supposed to give her, not just penis. Number 2, without being blinded by lust, now you can more easily focus on your purpose. You can begin to create the life you want and achieve the goals that you want. And you'll actually be creating the best version of yourself. You'll be developing the most important part of yourself that a woman needs, which is the substance, the work ethic, the discipline, the wisdom. These are the traits that breed masculinity, that women need from us the most, the strength of a man that's created only through hardship. As a matter of fact, one more point that I wanted to make about this too, because somebody told me this thing about mango trees. When you have a mango tree and it's young, you're actually not even supposed to allow it to grow fruit. Like if it's a young mango tree, like a teenager, and it begins to bud fruit, you're supposed to snip the flowers. Why? Because if it blossoms too early, the fruit won't be as sweet and as big later on in its life. And that's the same thing for a man. You try to get to the fruit, which is the sex, so early that you can stifle everything else you're supposed to get before you even get to the sex. The number 3 reason why you need to practice semen retention is that you have to be honest with yourself as a man. Most of us, okay, have nothing to offer. At minimum, you should be an adult, have your own car, your own home, apartment, rent, whatever the situation is, place to live, and a stable income. And there has to be enough to share. If you have nothing to offer her but sex, then you're just like the women that you criticize. And if you expect that a woman is supposed to help you through struggle, it's unfair. Only a certain percentage of men make it to where they can provide for a household. So it's actually really likely that you end up hurting that woman and damaging her in the process of asking her to help you. It's better for you to help yourself, get along your path, stay on your purpose, be sexually disciplined. And again, if the energy isn't going out, it's going back up. And that's extra energy that you need to accomplish your goals. That's number 3. Be honest with yourself that you don't have much to offer. You can begin to develop things to offer. And it isn't just material things, it's substance, masculinity, the strength, the wisdom, the work ethic. These are the characteristics that the trials of life develops in you over time. And as you become that right man, you can find that right woman. And the 4th reason why you should be practicing semen retention is because you don't want to be blinded by lust. Lust is the reason why a lot of us are damaged by our single moms, or by our single fathers, or by single parents in general. Lust is the reason why a lot of children don't have parents and ended up in juvie, or in prison, or as prostitutes, or as high school dropouts, or as criminals. Lust is the reason why there's bitter baby mamas who got lied to and they're heartbroken by men, who are too blinded by lust and being dishonest with themselves. Lust ruins households, and lust has ruined nations. Lust can undo all the greatness that you achieve. A lot of times a guy be great across the board, and it'll be that one woman that could tear down his legacy. So you actually have to be really careful about the woman you choose to complement your life, because she can push you forward or she can hold you back. Again, the 4 reasons why you should be practicing semen retention. Number 1, semen retention requires sexual discipline, and sexual discipline is the beginning of a good life with a woman. Number 2, you'll have extra energy because, again, if it's not going out, it's going back up. So you can manifest and create the life that you want. Yes, maybe you will have delayed gratification because you're not having sex, but guess what? You'll get the better version of everything that you want. If you're not just out here spilling your seed and trying to have sex with everything you can see. Number 3, as a man, you have to be honest with yourself. You have nothing to offer but sex a lot of times. So now that you're withholding yourself, you can look at yourself honestly and begin to develop the things that a woman needs from you. It's the intangible things that is most important. The work ethic, the wisdom, the strength. And from those things, self-love can develop within you. You can develop self-love within you. You can now love yourself and you can share that love with a woman. And hell, honestly, a lot of times while you're on your purpose, God can align you with the woman who's your equal. And now you're worthy of her. So that's number 3. But first, you got to be honest. What do you have to offer a woman besides sex? And number 4, you don't want to be blinded by lust. Lust tears down empires and starts wars. But with love, the world can heal. So let's practice semen retention and let's heal our women. Oh, and by the way, if you want to get deep into the practices of semen retention, there are a couple of teachers and a couple of books. Montauk Chia is my favorite. Guy's like 60, 70 years old, incredible Chinese guy. Teaches all about the esoteric practices of withholding and circulating the sexual energy back into your body and brain for sexual enlightenment. Of course, you do these practices during intercourse, but first you practice these things amongst yourself. And it's just like the whole process of life. Another one is Jonathan White. He's actually a student of Montauk Chia. Makes a bunch of videos on YouTube. Great guy. Another person that I like as well is Yadi Alameen. Last time I checked, he actually has a center in North Carolina. He talks about the practices of cultivating sexual energy and sexual discipline, semen retention, etc. So these are a couple of references so that way you can begin your journey of semen retention and sexual discipline, which is very important, not just to the woman, but to the world. So make the world a better place, find a good woman to love. And as always, the more you can love yourself, the more you can love a woman. You guys, man, have a good night.